Welcome to the Health Solutions for the Wired Life radio show, a radio show dedicated to empowering all computer users to get a solution to the health problems inherent in today's wired life. This is the number one health issue for the 21st century, and my name is Adetutu Joshi. I am talking to you from the Vauxhall area of Union Township in New Jersey, here in the United States. I am a coach, author, consultant, and speaker on health solutions for the wired life. I help people to understand the wired life, what goes on in their bodies when they're using computers and or computerized devices such as cell phones, iPads, and so on. You never thought those were computers, right? But they actually are. This radio show is taking place at 6 p.m. today and will take place every Friday evening unless there are programming changes. We will be continuing where we left off last Friday. If you have not been listening to the broadcast, I urge you to go back and listen to prayer episodes after this one so you can fill in the gaps. Okay? I will first like to remind us of some foundational facts which I will keep on repeating each broadcast to help keep us focused, okay? First off, all of us work for a living, either for others or in our businesses, and our intention is to do so to live. However, because of the ignorance about the wired life we are all living, its effect on human health, and the preventative and management measures that must be in place to minimize it, many of us are really working for a living to die, or at best live damaged lives. Secondly, the adage knowledge is power is perhaps truest in the issue of health solutions for the wired life. You must, however, first obtain the knowledge to access its power. Thirdly, computers are here to stay. We have so become dependent on them that humans will continue to use computers until our maker rescues us from what we have unleashed upon ourselves. Fourthly, the computer is a dangerous tool like a knife, and just as we have to learn to use the knife in such a way that we're in the driver's seat all the time, so we must do with the computer. As losing control to the knife is suicide, so is losing control to the computer. The fact that we have globally collectively decided that the best way to build a global economy is by destroying nature and trying to fix it, a feat we have no ability to do, is actually evidence of the fact that we have a global mental problem. Consequently, on these shows, I will be giving the audience an understanding of various aspects of the wired life and the health consequences, as well as the solutions provided for us in nature by our maker. 6 weeks ago, we began to look at the various jobs that we do and how these activities and their dependence on computer use hurt us, so we're aware, because we have no choice but to work with the computer. Okay, so the onus is on every computer user to learn and to find out how to help themselves so that they do not get hurt, because we all are dependent on computer use for all our jobs and everything we do. So to prevent ourselves from self-destroying, we all must learn what we need to know. Like I said, 6 weeks ago, we began to look at the various jobs we do and how these activities and their dependence on computer use hurt us, so we're aware and know how to help ourselves. Since then, we have looked at the job of the medical doctor and at nursing. Last week, we concluded our discussion about nursing and started to talk about pharmacists and the effect of the fact that their job usually entails standing in front of the computer for hours on end. Many not even having stools to sit on throughout the day affect their health. I urge all pharmacists to go back and listen to that episode. We're going to briefly break today, and we will continue in 2 weeks' time because we're going to, like I said, be digressing this week and next week. In 2 weeks' time, because we'll not be able to conclude our digression today, so it has to go for 2 weeks, we will go back to our discussion about the effects of the computer element of the work we do, continuing with the job of the pharmacist. And like I said earlier on, since we all have no choice but to work with computers in today's world, this series of broadcasts are for everyone. I would not be able to mention every single kind of job, but whatever job that you have, you can apply what you learn about other jobs to yours. Okay? And if you know anyone in the medical or pharmaceutical sector, do invite them to listen in. Now, let us discuss the story I read in the news last week about Google Glass causing the internet, that is computer use addiction. I promised us last week that I was going to digress and discuss this issue. I actually find this issue very interesting because Google Glass only came into the market recently, and it is already having a devastating effect on people's health. That is obvious to see. Imagine the effect. Let's look at it this way. Imagine the effect of computer use on human health that occurs as a result of continuous exposure to the computer or computerized device that is placed 1 or 2 feet away from you. Now, think of all that stress right on your face. Consider the abnormal way in which the eyes have to focus and refocus constantly, and all that toxic light right on the face and the eyes. Think about the effect on memory and the thinking process that happens with a regular computer, and what having a computerized device right on your face therefore means. I do not want to get us all scared, so we will stop here this week and continue next week. Meanwhile, think about what we have discussed and think seriously before making the financial investment in Google Glass. It may just be wise to stick to the regular PC and laptops or iPads and so on. I cannot overemphasize the need to go back and listen to prior episodes, even if you have been around every week. We humans need to learn things many times before they become sufficiently coded into the database of our hearts for us to take action concerning it. To get more understanding of these issues and to learn more, get hold of my books, starting with Lessons I Learned the Hard Way by Adetutu Ijoche. That is the first of the 15 books I have written so far, and I'm on my 16th. That book, Lessons I Learned the Hard Way, is a must-have 300-page guidebook for all computer users. There I provided all computer users with information that I wish I had many years ago, which would have prevented me from almost losing my life and from losing my career. And I do not want anyone else to go through what I went through, which is why I'm providing all this information and trying my best in various ways to get information out to people, including through this radio show. That book and the other 14 books I have written are all available at Amazon.com in print and in ebook format for most ebook readers, including Kindle, iPad, Sony, and so on. Also visit my website www.foodsthathealdaily.com. The name is a combination of 4 words. The word foods, that is FOODS, that, THAT, heal, HEAL, daily, DAILY. That is FOODS, THAT, HEALDAILY.com, foodsthathealdaily.com. There you can find more information. You can also direct people there as well as purchase my books. There are 2 ways to shop on the website. You can click on the shop tab on the menu, or you can click on the book gallery tab. The shop tab enables you to shop right on the website, while the book gallery provides a link for each book with our CreateSpace.com e-store. We now also have a Facebook store, and we have a Facebook page. Like us and look for us on Facebook. Look for foodsthathealdaily.com. Also visit my blog on the site. There are two blogs. There is one that is just one blog, and then there is the regular blog, which has several blogs on it. Leave your comments on the various blogs and sign up for the newsletter. Remember to go through the various articles. I have actually written quite a number of them over time. I have other websites such as www.wiredlifesolutions.com, which is now almost totally and fully available. It's still a little bit unfinished. Okay, I keep on saying it will soon be all done. It will soon be all done. I'm going to finish it. Don't worry about that. And I have other websites that are currently in the repair mode, such as www.computeragehealthrisk.com, and some are still in the development stage. We also have a website for our publishing arm, that is jointespublishing.com. At that website, you can schedule, and also at foodsthathealdaily.com, and in fact, all the websites, you can contact me if you would like to schedule an appointment for me to come speak to people at your job or to a group of you, or you want to ask some questions. Feel free to contact me. I will inform all of us on this show about each of these websites as they become available. Meanwhile, go to www.foodsthathealdaily.com for all your information. Come by again next week. If it's Friday at 6 p.m., it is time to learn more about the wild life and how you can protect yourself. Contact me by email at adetutuijoshi@gmail.com. That is my first and last name at gmail.com. adetutuijose@gmail.com. Or you can use computerblessings@gmail.com if you prefer. See you again next week. Meanwhile, share this broadcast with all that you know in every way you can. Share the YouTube link, video link. Let it go viral, and let the media begin to talk about this issue, and let there be a national and global conversation that saves many lives, including yours. Thank you, everybody, and good night.